Hello. I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes now about the idea of rhyme, which we might think of as how words can share sounds. Now, if we think of a poem as an arrangement of words to create an experience in a reader's mind, then we can see how a poet might use the sounds of words to create that experience most effectively. To that end, poets will often use rhyme. Although not every poem uses rhyme, just about every poem pays attention to sound in one way or another. Thus, we help ourselves as readers of poetry by observing how poems use, for their effects, various kinds of rhyme. To begin, rhyme works in a couple of ways to do a couple of things. It can associate words with each other. This means that when a poem points out words that sound alike, it can also bring these words together in terms of meaning, so that we as readers put those words together in a similar thought. Rhyme can also help to keep ideas in a reader's mind by creating a kind of mental music, a catchy tune, you might say, that a reader's mind can cling on to and thus keep the ideas of the poem in mind. We can see an example of this in the song White Lines by Grandmaster Melle Mel back in 1983. Consider these lines. Pay your toll, sell your soul, pound for pound it costs more than gold. Now notice the rhyming here. Notice that toll and soul rhyme here, and gold almost rhymes. This similarity of sounds emphasizes the importance of money to how the song depicts cocaine use. The song is saying that cocaine is expensive and ultimately damaging in a more spiritual way. So toll and soul rhyme, and gold joins this connection of similarities. This similarity also helps me remember the verse vividly. The way it rhymes sticks the song in my head, and has done for the last 35 or 40 years. Now, as we also saw in that example, rhyme can work with more or less precision. We saw in toll and soul an example of true rhyme, because both of these words completely share their end sounds. Now, on the other hand, the combination of toll and gold gives us an example of slant rhyme, because these words differ somewhat in their end sounds. There's a difference between ol and old, and that difference makes the difference between a true rhyme and a slant rhyme. We can characterize these slant rhymes a little further by referring to assonance, where words share vowel sounds, such as you might see in the resemblance between fight and climb. The words have nothing in common besides that I sound, the vowel sound, and so the combination shows assonance. We can also consider the idea of consonance, which indicates that a pair of words shares the sounds of their consonants, as in, for instance, goat and gate, which differ in the vowel, O is different from A, but have the same consonants, the same G and T. The music that careful poets make with this use of assonance and consonance, even when they don't literally use rhymes, offers, in my opinion, one of the most pleasant aspects of poetry. So, I hope this lecture, this discussion of how poets use rhyme, along with other sonic methods such as assonance and consonance, will help you consider ways to keep enjoying poetry through kind of hearing this music of word sounds in your mind. You might find your reading of poetry more stimulating, more exciting, more entertaining. Hearing the music of a poem in our minds can really help us appreciate how poets can create meaning from sound. And of course, as always, thank you for your time and attention.